So now is the part of the story where I'm unemployed and I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm not thinking yet about going back to cosmetology school because I really, really felt like I tried every way I possibly could to make that work before, and it didn't work, and so it felt very not meant to be for me. And I'm applying for jobs. I applied for unemployment and am denied, and I make an appeal. So I now have to go meet with a judge to tell him why I think that I should get unemployment. And I do that. I have with me a letter of recommendation, which my assistant wrote and gave me on my very last day of work, which was very, very sweet of him. And I have never used it to apply for a job anywhere, but I still have it. And it was a nice thing to have with me when I had to go meet with a judge to ask for unemployment benefits. I really didn't know how that was going to go. I was under the impression that the job I had worked at, that they were going to send a representative to defend themselves against my allegations and make sure I didn't get benefits. That didn't happen, fortunately. It was just me and the judge, and he seemed pretty understanding. I told him the story of what had happened and why I had left that job. I unfortunately did cry in front of him, and he was pretty cool. I'm sure he's seen it all. And I had no idea how it went. And so for a few weeks, I was really stressed out, thinking that, I haven't found any job leads yet, and I'm running out of money shortly. Like, a few months is not a very long time, and unemployment doesn't want to pay me. So I was incredibly relieved. It was literally the most validating moment of my life until then, to receive the judgment letter, which stated in very clear English that you cannot force someone to work in an environment that is impacting them poorly, impacting their mental health, impacting their emotions. So that was amazing. I felt until that point that no one was taking me seriously, that no one really believed me, and that felt really, really good. Just after that, I did decide to go back to cosmetology school, and I found a school really close by my apartment, which was great because I was like, I don't want to drive anywhere anymore. I really just want to stay in my neighborhood. Or before I enrolled in school, I did ask someone at the employment office. I said, I'm thinking about doing this. Is that okay? What do I do? How do I let you know that I am going to school and that's what's happening? And she said, don't worry about it. Just when you start school and you're filling out your unemployment form every week, you will write in, or there's, a place for you to show that you were in school this week. And I was like, okay, great. Did she tell me that that was not allowed? No. So I start school, and unemployment immediately sends me a letter that they have ceased payments to me because I can't be in school because I need to be available to work. Anyone who's had unemployment probably knows this already. This was insane, specifically because I was literally in a trade school being retrained for an entirely new job, which would make me more employable. So I filed another appeal, and I had to wait again for a meeting with another judge. And this time it is honestly very stressful because school didn't start right away. It started very close to the time that I was originally about to run out of money, and didn't because I was getting some unemployment. So that's great. But I also had to put a big down payment on school, and I had to pay every month as well. So it's still, everything's very precarious still. So I have to go to see a judge again for a second appeal to try to get unemployment to continue the benefits while I am in school retraining to do a different career. And I do that. And I am, again, very fortunate. Once again, I don't really know how things are going. Unemployment, the people that you speak to in that department are so short, and they give you just really no information. They don't seem very compassionate. They're like, it's everything is yes or no. Everything's very black and white. You're either available to work or you're not. You're either trying to get a job actively or you're not. So being enrolled in a trade school to train for a new career so that you can make a better living, so that you can hopefully never have to get unemployment again, they really, that's not a priority to them, or they don't give you any nuance. No one says, listen, they're going to make you work really hard and prove to them that you're invested in this path, or that you've really thought this through and you're not just wasting somebody's time. I mean, I don't even know what they think. I don't know. But so I had to go to a judge again, and I had to explain why I had chosen to do this, which was mostly at that point for myself, two things. It was that I was having a lot of trouble finding a decent job, and that I was kind of feeling burned by working for employers, and I didn't really want to do that again if I could help it. I was not feeling super trusting of having a manager again who treats me like they can get away with whatever behavior they want because they know that I need that job to survive. I'm not participating in that system if I can help it. So I kind of tell him that. And then he very helpfully feeds me some really good reasons why it would be very hard for me to replace the specific job that I had that I quit, and why I might need to retrain to work in another field. I, again, have to wait. I, again, don't really know what to expect. I feel slightly more hopeful this time, and I do get a positive response, and it is confirmed that I am allowed to continue school and continue receiving unemployment benefits, and that I'm good. So I'm safe for now. I'm in school.